This bayou was at one time called Iberville River, named for the first Western explorer to have floated it, Pierre Le Moyne Sieur d'Iberville. It is now known as Bayou Manchac, a state-designated historic and scenic waterway which borders Ascension and East Baton Rouge Parish. It served the vital role of linking Baton Rouge to Lake Pontchartrain via the Amite River and Lake Maurepas, acting as a commercial route. Through time, as ships became larger and faster, Bayou Manchac was too small to support modern traffic. Now only useful for drainage and recreation, the area is still regarded by those that live in the vicinity as one of Louisiana's most beautiful examples of nature. As nature usually does, a fallen tree in Bayou Manchac has revealed an important environmental issue that has always plagued modern society. Litter, trash, garbage, whatever you call it, it doesn't belong in the bayou.
It eventually gets to the small ditches to the big ditches to the channels to the rivers, and ultimately down to Lake Pontchartrain. So it brings to light a big problem that we have all around South Louisiana.
We've had a complaint about the tree that fell in the bayou. We've been knowing about it a couple weeks now. Haven't been able to mobilize on it.
Bayou Manchac has been designated as a scenic river by the state of Louisiana. Very few in Louisiana have that designation, but it has good points and bad points. The good point is the fact that it keeps it natural state. It keeps it a type of river that is somebody can canoe in, and scenically it's really nice. The bad thing is it limits our ability to go in and do maintenance in the bayou, mostly due to the fact that you have to get a permit to do anything, even remove trees.
We have another excavator coming right now that's going to remove the tree once the debris is moved out of it.
A lot of this is trash that's thrown from the cars.
A whole lot of styrofoam, cups.
That's what I mostly see is mostly styrofoam and just assorted debris. A lot of bottles, plastic bottles.
Basketball, football, baseballs, ice chest, stuffed animals, you name it. A little bit of everything.
People goes down these roads to throw that trash away because they don't want to pay for garbage pickup.
Through the time the tree fell across and blocked the canal, and all that builds up. From heavy rains, all that flows to the canal and builds up, stops the canal.
Bayou Manchac is a natural border that separates East Baton Rouge Parish and Ascension Parish and flows from north to south. The tree fell not far from Highway 42. This waterway is shared by the neighboring parishes, but on this day, the Ascension Parish Drainage Department and local community volunteers are here to help clean up.
Most of the stuff is because of the fact that water does go down and go south for the most part. It comes from Baton Rouge for the biggest portion of it.
A lot of trash accumulated from upstream. Got with Bill Rue, we talked about it with the other emails that's been coming in about it. So we mobilized a crew to come here with us long reach with a basket that we have that we use at our pumping station as an adapter to remove the excess debris.
A lot of floating trash blocking the canal. We're here to clean it up, open the floor of the bayou, get the bayou clean and flowing.
A lot of it comes, from our side of the river, but because the way the flow's coming from Baton Rouge, you have to, common sense is going to tell you the majority of it comes from Baton Rouge Parish.
The tree was down for 2 months before this effort. So how many pounds of garbage do you believe was pulled out of Bayou Manchac over this 2-day period? Take a guess. Would it help you to say that it took 13 dump truck loads? The answer? Over 80,000 pounds of garbage was pulled up in that 2-day period. So let's do the math. In 2 months, 80,000 pounds of garbage collected at this spot in Bayou Manchac, meaning we can average 40,000 pounds of garbage a month. There are 12 months in a year. That means Over 480,000 pounds of garbage possibly flows through Ascension Parish's border on its way to Lake Pontchartrain every year based on these figures. The environmental impact alone affects everything from fish, animals, to us.
We have been in contact with East Baton Rouge. I don't think we're going to get too much help from East Baton Rouge because we already mobilized and we're in the process of removing the biggest portion of it. I think Breck is going to help thanks to this organization, Manshag organization.
I actually live on the Bayou, so I'm on the Bayou quite a bit and go up and down it, and it's really discouraging to see the constant trash. Things that can easily be recycled, all these things are recyclable, but yet they're ending up in our waterways, which eventually will end up in Lake Pontchartrain, which will eventually end up in the Gulf.
And this is a primary example of some of the things that the stormwater plan is put together for, and it's to keep things from all kind of hazardous waste or unwanted materials going into your waterways.
So it's really not just our effort that we're looking at. We want to look at the whole region and get everybody involved. But when the call came in about what was happening today and the pileup, it was amazing how much people got upset and were concerned and wanted to do something. So we were really excited to see this joint effort.
I think it's beneficial in that now we're going to actually have meetings with East Baton Rouge to have a plan put together to handle this problem if it ever would happen again.
So get involved in helping keep all of our natural environment clean simply by not making a mess. Our world will stay beautiful only as long as we allow for it to be. I'm Clint Falcon. Thank you for watching.